Welcome back, everybody. I've got a new pickup, another one of these. This will be like I don't know which one it'll be, the fourth or the third, somewhere around there. At least I think it's the fourth pickup and engine pickup and delivery. Had to swerve for an idiot over there trying to pass everybody. So, picking up in Spokane, it's an engine delivery going to like a Cummins or Peterbilt or whatever. I haven't looked at the delivery address. This one delivers to Walla, 200 loaded miles. Picks up today, delivers tomorrow morning. If you guys watched the previous ones, you know exactly what this one is going to look like. Here it is. It's a black one this time. Taking some red ones. This is a black one. 45 pounds, 2,845. And then basically how the way I strap this guy in is, here's my straps. I did by the bottom, by the engine mount. One here, and one over the top that kind of goes across. So nothing's going anywhere, nothing's flying anywhere. We're all good. Taking a picture for the broker of the strapped in freight, sending them paperwork, and on the way. I'll be leaving, since this is a home-based pickup, and it's local, so basically I'm loading up here at home. I'm going to sleep at home, leave at 4 a.m., get there by 7:30 or whatever, maybe even 7. It's about a 3-hour drive usually, if all goes good and the weather's good. Lately we've been having a lot of fog, so lots of fog lately, and that fog creates slick roads because it falls on the ground. It's really thick fog that falls on the ground. Like basically when you're driving through it, you are using your wipers all the time, so it's that kind of a fog. Basically that falls on the ground. We're dealing with negative temperatures at night, so all that freezes and nobody's de-icing anything, and it's pretty slick. When I was coming back from Yakima last time, there's a lot of rollovers, a lot of people off the roads who slid off, getting towed upside down in their cars, so not a very good situation, but we'll be careful. We're ready for it. Good tires always is a must. If you're expediting, if you guys are driving around with bald tires, you're risking a lot more than your life. Well, a lot more than the freight you're hauling on board, but your life as well, because you guys got to be prepared for the snow, ice, everything. So just giving you my 9 years worth of 2 cents experience, I guess. All right, well, let's close it up and go home. Well, friends and viewers, you guys saw it. I like living here in a smaller place. I mean, sometimes it's kind of cool to go visit something big, something else, but when you come back after you sit for hours and hours on end in traffic, living in an area that has traffic and all that, I don't know. It's not my thing to lose. Like, I know time is money, and I know our time is very valuable, and I know my time is very valuable, and just to lose it sitting around in traffic somewhere, dealing with, you're per se. I was recently in LA. People over there are always in a hurry, idiot drivers, don't know how to drive. I don't know where they bought their license from. Not that I don't know how to deal with those kind of people. I take it easy with them, and where I need to cut somebody off, sometimes I do that too, but I always say thank you and sorry and things like that, because hey, if I don't live there, then sometimes you can get distracted with something, phone call, dispatch, text message, a thought in your head, and you didn't hear what the GPS told you to do. There's so many different things that can happen, and if you're in a bigger town, out of town, sometimes your GPS says, like Google Maps, I don't know what is wrong with that thing, but it speaks to me in child voices lately on an Android, on both phones, like two different phones. It speaks to me in like kids' voices when it tells you where to turn, left or right and stuff like that. And then it also says, like, instead of turning left, instead of turning right, it'll say turn left. and you're like driving, and if you're not looking at the phone, you're thinking you got to turn left, and all of a sudden you're about to do that, and then you look over and you're supposed to be turning right. So these little stupid things, plus dealing with a big city has bigger problems, more people to more good people and more bad people, maybe more bad people, just because everybody's frustrating everybody. So you're dealing with frustrated, dumb drivers, people that just simply don't know how to drive, and then people just simply who drive careless. There's a lot more of those people. And then there's just plenty of careless people in big towns altogether, where, you know, they're unfriendly, to say the least, and everything like that. So living in a smaller place, where I'm at in Spokane area, I love it here. There's just, I don't know, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. Yeah, we're getting bigger. Yeah, we're expanding. I think they said, I'm not going to say the number because I don't remember it now 100%, but a lot of people moved here. A lot of people out of staters moved here, like registered moved. What about all the people that moved that are like having a roommate and, you know, half in an apartment or a place together and all that kind of stuff? And how about all the people that are just staying until they find something? So we got a lot of newcomers out here too, causing growth in the place too. But still, the point is, living in a smaller place, always better. You don't have to lose all your valuable time sitting around in traffic, getting frustrated, being late somewhere, even though you had supposedly maybe enough time. You know, you can never calculate traffic time. Some idiot could have a crash right in front of you, you know, half a mile down the road, and everybody stopped and you're done. So smaller town, people are driving more careful, a little slower, things like that. That's my take. I don't know. You guys write it in the comments. The ones that live in big cities, I'm talking like LA, Atlanta, Nashville, Memphis, Chicago, like New York, New Jersey areas, all these places. Let me know what your take is on this. I left today at 4 a.m. That way I can get there an hour early, 7 a.m. and be early, because you never know what's going to happen to you on the road. You know, some drivers, they think they've got it. They think they know. They think they got it figured out. They think that whatever, you know, time that they had on their GPS is going to be that exact arrival time, and they have that much time to sleep, and they take every single minute of it, you know, and leave like zilch amount of time for delivery. And then all of a sudden you could have a flat tire along the way. You could be dealing with traffic, accident, you know, all of a sudden bad weather could happen. I mean, really, anything and everything. So you got to leave yourself some time. Otherwise, if you didn't, and you're cutting it super close, bless me, you're cutting it super close to delivery and you're late, guess what? That's driver fault, because could have made it, should have made it, but didn't make it. So, you know what I mean? Hope that makes sense. This is cool. In and out of fog early in the morning. Look at this. No fog here. Then we're going to go right into the fog. So I've got about half an hour or so left, maybe 40 minutes. I didn't even didn't even turn on my GPS yet. I'm just going because I know where to go. I don't know where the exact business is, but I know where Walla is. So I'm driving there. Now we're back into the fog. It was slippery this morning, and it wasn't foggy this time on this trip, but until now. But it was still, the roads got frosty and nobody did anything about it. I-90 runs across the whole United States. It's one of the, you know, most known, and, you know, one of the interstates that actually goes all the way to New York, or even past New York. I think it goes all the way to Massachusetts or something like that, or even Maine. I gotta look, but it's one of the ones that actually comes all the way through US. And believe it or not, it doesn't get treated out here the way it should get treated, and they're messing with people's safety when that happens. Look at that beautiful, beautiful sunrise. smells like sour milk right now. I don't know. Usually it kind of stinks because of this, where you see the lights. That's usually the, what are these guys doing here? Fishing? Maybe they're fishing. Where the lights here, that's a paper mill here. PCA or whatever it's called here in Washington. Maybe they're hunters hunting already for ducks or whatever. Parked on the side of the road like that. But yeah, it smells like sour milk, like so bad, like bad buttermilk gone bad. Ew. Morning. I've got an engine delivery for you guys. Got an engine delivery for you guys. Cummins Distribution Center from Memphis. Around the back right here? Yeah. Okay. This door? Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Okay, I'm out back. Nobody's here yet, so I'll just unpack and wait for somebody to come out. Not really. I don't want to rip a strap. Oh, okay. I see. We can do something like this.
Come in a little further, Waldo. Keep coming. About there, baby.
Pick one or the other, or one of these.
This one? Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Sweet.
They say if you put a towel around the end of it,
Yeah.
it won't fly back at you.
That's good.
Like if you use a chain or cable.
Right.
Never had to use one yet, but was wrong. Even Andre could be wrong. You guys see that? What he said? It goes for a tractor. Well, obviously they do tractor stuff, so it's obviously for a tractor, but it's for this guy right here. That's who's getting a new engine, is this dude right here. Might be a happy client, or maybe a sad client, I'm not sure. Probably sad because it's going to cost him a fortune. And happy at the same time that, you know, during season he's actually going to be able to work with it. So one of those things. I hope one covers the other, you know. Now 200 miles back to Spokane. I don't think it's even 200. I think it's under that. Let me put it back. Let me put the address in the GPS and I'll tell you guys exactly how many miles home it is.
You have reached your destination.
When things are simple, that's the best. When it's a simple pick, simple delivery, it just doesn't get any better than that. You know, no waiting around, no funny stuff to deal with. You know, no we're busy, you gotta wait, and none of that kind of stuff. It's just awesome when you can get done right away. They got fog out here, but now I can go a little quicker because I can, you know, the sun is up, so I could actually do 75 out here versus doing like, you know, 65, 70 is what I was doing, because all the other people were doing the same thing and you couldn't see far ahead of you. So it's clearing up a bit, it's getting better. It's not frosty over here at this part, but when you're like along the river and along other areas, it gets frosty. So just to clarify a few things for you guys. Some people, when they're brand new to this, they really have no clue about anything. So when you come to the pickup, you go and check in somewhere, usually at shipping. If they have a shipping area, you check in at shipping. If they have shipping and receiving both in the same area, then you check in at the shipping and receiving area and tell them where you're going, what you're picking up, how many pieces, and wait for them to tell you. Here it is. On camera, it doesn't look as foggy. For some reason, it puts it further away. But it's really like 200 feet and you can't see anything. You just get loaded. Once you're loaded, you send your dispatch. Usually it's the same thing with everybody, just because brokers ask for that. Picture of the paperwork, picture of the loaded and secured freight. So it's secure, strapped in, ready to go. And then wait for a good to go. You get a good to go, you go. If there's issues, if there's delays, you report them along the way, because otherwise nobody has a crystal ball in front of them. Nobody knows what's going on besides you as a driver. Driver only knows, you know, if he's making pickup, if he's making delivery. Otherwise, we don't know. So when you get to delivery, you tell your dispatcher you're on site, and then once you're empty, you send a picture of, you send a scan, not a picture, of the bill of lading with the first and last name clearly printed on there and time and date, and you're done. You wait for a good to go and you're pretty much off the hook. And I do recommend actually taking a picture of the unloaded freight. If there's some kind of specialty load where you have to unload it yourself, if there's an, you know, you feel a little bit weird about a address, or people are a little weird to you and things like that, it's best to actually take a picture of the unloaded freight as well and have it on file. You don't have to necessarily send it to dispatch, but just keep it on file for a couple of weeks, because we've had instances lately where people unload the freight And then a day or two later, a broker asks us, hey, customer can't find the freight. Can you tell me where, are you sure you delivered it to the right address? Where exactly did you guys unload? And asking us dumb questions, but only the driver knows the answer to that. And it's between the person who unloaded him as well. So I always say, check with the person who unloaded. You have a first and last name on there. But before I say that, you know, I obviously talk to the driver first and say, hey, where did you unload this? Are you sure it was at the correct place? You know, sometimes there's a loading dock in the back, but then they took it somewhere off the side, or they put it somewhere in the front, or they took it in right away. You know, if there's something special that they did with that, maybe that's why they can't find it in a normal area. So I recommend it. Nobody's gonna ask you to do it unless it's specifically been asked before you deliver. But just to have a peace of mind, take a picture of the unloaded freight, and don't just do it like, you know, so you can only see the pallet. You know, leave 20 feet out and take a picture of it, so that way, you know, part of the building is shown or part of something else is shown. That way, if any question ever arises saying, hey, driver delivered it, we can't find it, or didn't deliver it, we can't find it, it's off our hands. It's you know, we're not at fault. I know you guys do the right thing, and I'm pretty sure that most of you guys deliver to the right places, but we did have drivers literally deliver to the wrong addresses. And if there's like a say like a long warehouse with many doors in it, we've had drivers deliver to the wrong company within the same building and had to go back and get it put on their van and go deliver it to the correct business. So when you show up for delivery, always make sure that it's the same address as you have on your paperwork, same business name, 100%, and then go in for your delivery. Don't drop it off, because that's a waste of time. Because if we got a load for you already, and you know, an hour later or whatever, we'll find out that you dropped off at the wrong place, guess what? You're gonna have to go back and figure it out and get it fixed, because otherwise nobody's getting paid for that load. And nobody's gonna get a load next time. That broker is not gonna get a load from their customer because you messed up. We're not going to get a load from that broker because you messed up, and you as a driver are going to be having more days to sit with for the freight. So you got to have things without any issues.